Don't you ever like really miss having a white wall on your big red house? Like I really wish I just had a tileable spam-proof block swapper right at my disposal. Like, man, I'm just gonna do some really quick redstone real quick. Yep, that's perfect. That works. Nice. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I really like that. That made an improvement. Nice. Yes, I made a tileable spam-proof block swapper in like 2 minutes. And yes, it does look like a lot. And it is. So there are definitely better designs out here, and this whole section right here can be like customized to whatever you want. I just added that so it sounds cool in the video. That's pretty much the only reason. And just so it didn't have any redstone um above the thing, except for these. So you'll just have buttons here. So to do that, they work on their own. So just swap that button, or it just swap that pixel. You can swap these, swap this one, swap that one back. They all work independent. And then to swap them all, I just had these, so it powered all that, and then I do those two. Perfect. Whoops. Um. So yeah, let's get into the tutorial. Yes, I have designed a tileable, spam-proof block swapper for Bedrock Edition. This only works on Bedrock Edition as far as I'm concerned. I have not tested it at all on Java. So only Bedrock users should use this, unless someone wants to test it on Java. And you can comment in the description, or in the comment section, sorry, and tell me if it works or not. Thanks. So the first thing you'll want to do is, well, first, grab some observers. So you'll need all of these blocks in here. Not these amounts. You'll need more than that of each. These are just all the blocks you can see, and this is what it's going to look like in the end, minus maybe this part over here. But that's most of it. So like you only need 2 observers for this. Okay, to start, you are going to place a block right here, then a repeater on the normal ticks, 1 tick. Block right there, temporary block, observer, and then a temporary block, this one, there, then a torch, break down 1 block, place an observer going down from that torch, then I'll replace my observers. Okay, now you'll want temporary block over 1, temporary block, and you need a copper bulb. Sorry, I didn't have that. Okay, let's get some comparators too. Right there. Then you'll want a block. Nope, sorry. Block on the copper bulb. A block right here. Block right here. Redstone block here. Temporary block, temporary block, temporary block. Piston down from there. Actually, nope, sorry. 1 down. Then you'll want to go over temporary block right there, and then a redstone block. This will be your floor. Then place off of this piston, place a piston up there, and whatever block, well actually we can do that later. Don't place a block there yet. Then you'll want to grab a torch, place 1 torch, 1 block, 1 torch, and then place a redstone block there. Nope, wait. Redstone block, temporary block, not temporary block. Break that, yep. And then place a piston. Sorry, I haven't memorized this totally. Temporary block up there, and then a torch off of that block. Then a repeater on max delay, click it 3 times. Temporary block, piston should extend. Then a block, torch, copper bulb, then a block of this, and a comparator. Let me just check if that works. I believe it does. And now it should work. So, well, we also need a block right here, and a normal repeater there. So then you can place in your blocks that actually you want to swap. So, for example, if you wanted a crafting table to furnace, you can place a crafting table in one of them and a furnace in one. And then from the furnace, or from like the block, the floor, and then this piston, and then here, build up one block or on top of the furnace, and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks. And that ensures, you could do that, or you could place a block of obsidian right up here. But I personally just like the blocks better. And these can be any blocks. They just can't break when it moves a piston. When a piston moves. So like a button would not work, because when pushed by a piston, a button breaks. Okay, and we can test that. Most likely, it will break first try. So you can press it. Sorry it takes so long. And to switch to our crafting table, we can use that. If you wanted to switch back to your furnace, it takes a while, sorry. You have your furnace, and then you can switch back as many times as you want. That is there. So now, this is the customizable part. You can break this piston if you want, only if you want the custom version. You can break these blocks. So now you're left with this. Now what you can do is place a block, redstone, and then your button will actually be here now. This is only for if you want it like 2-block tileable. So with the other version of it, it will be 1-block tileable. So you can tile one here, and then another one here, and then another one here. With this version, though, you can only do... Whoops, I broke a block. With this version, though, you can only do like one, then a space in between, and then it would be another one. So that's what 2-block tileable means. So each like slice takes up 2 blocks thick. So I can show you that that still works there. Then switch back. Perfect. Now, if you want it custom a little more, I don't really like this version, but I mean, it kind of looks a little better. Well, I mean, depending on your style of building, I would go ahead and grab yourself a trapdoor or shelf. You can place it there, and then, actually, no, you need a shelf, sorry. It needs to be a shelf, or you'll have this flipping up and down. So shelf of any type, and then place a redstone under this copper, or above the copper bulb. Press that, and then it changes. And this is if you want the floor to be 1 block lower. And you can see I installed a mod that has directional observers, sticky pistons, and it also has hoppers that are really cool. This mod I can put in the description if you want to, or I can put it in a new post. So yeah, you can see this works. And I also have a mod that is for Bedrock Edition. It does work in Bedrock Edition, and it is actually World Edit. So I can show you that this works real quick. I'm just going to copy it. If you would like, I can also link this mod in the video, or in the description. Stack, and I could go 3. So it did break because pistons in this mod it doesn't love to use pistons. So I can just replace those, place those, make sure it's right, make sure you place torches on all of those. And then because it's actually more than like one block, more than 2 block tileable, and we still have the redstone dust here, it connected. So if you even press one of these buttons, I broke the others, but it switches all of them at the same time. Oh, I must have forgot something. so sorry for that. Oh, yep. So I see that this piston also broke while using world edit. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we can break this. So now if I switch it, uh-oh, something broke. So I see that this copper bulb is different from the others, so break it and replace it to turn it back on. I am not sure why that happened. Because of this. I broke these on accident. To place back the piston. And then we can see that it should work. So you can access all your furnaces. You can replace these with any block you want. Then you can access all your crafting tables. But again, if you wanted your if you wanted it to be tileable so you could use all of them independently, like in the version I showed in the showcase, you would need it would be a little slower, and you would also need more pistons and stuff, and that's the version I first showed a tutorial on, just right here. There are probably other ways of doing the tileable version, but this was the one I just found. I made this literally in 5 minutes. I threw together some pieces. Hey, I want a tileable block swapper. I didn't even know it would be tileable at that point. I just got rid of some redstone dust. See, the redstone dust actually connects, so you can't have any redstone dust when you're making it tileable. But yeah, I just threw away some redstone dust and I made it tileable. Another way you could also make it tileable, I guess, is just like with some simple redstone, just moving these copper bulbs up, and if you wanted to just click the copper bulbs themselves, all it needs to do is click the copper bulb, and it's just a matter of getting the signal from here all the way to down here, and having it tileable, so it's able to stack next to each other. But yeah, that's this design. Thanks.